Her Royal Highness Princess Leonor in Denmark. Royal fans react to arrival from Spain. Her Royal Highness Princess Leonor, the future Queen of Spain, the symbol of a new generation of European royalty. Crowds gather in Copenhagen, expecting a diplomatic appearance. Cameras ready, flags waving, smiles rehearsed. But what happens next, no one saw coming. Because Leonor's arrival from Spain into Denmark is not just another royal duty. It is a turning point. A moment loaded with whispers of destiny, hints of romance, and questions that shake the foundations of two royal families. And here's the shocking twist: the world expected her visit to be ceremonial. Instead, it sparked rumors, debates, and raw emotion across Denmark, Spain, and beyond. So why does this one arrival matter so much? And what did royal fans see that left them speechless? Stay with me, because this story is layered with love, duty, hidden rivalry, and the weight of a crown. Let's begin. Princess Leonor stepped off the plane in Denmark with the grace that has now become her signature. Tall, composed, her smile gentle yet determined. Her arrival was not just seen, it was felt. Fans who had been waiting for hours outside the airport cheered, waving Spanish and Danish flags side by side. For them, this wasn't just about a royal visit. It was about possibility. But possibility of what? A future alliance, a royal marriage, a deepening bond between Spain and Denmark. Immediately, whispers spread among the crowd. Leonor's rumored closeness to Prince Christian of Denmark added a layer of electricity to the air. This wasn't simply an official engagement. It was the arrival of a young princess whose every step seemed to suggest a new chapter in royal history. And here's the truth few dare to admit: the people weren't just cheering for Spain. They were watching for signs. Signs of affection, signs of unity, perhaps even signs of love. Now pause and imagine. Leonor, 19 years old, standing on Danish soil as the heir to the Spanish throne. Behind her, centuries of tradition. Before her, a possible life entwined with the Danish crown. For royal fans, this was not just a diplomatic visit, it was a scene out of a modern fairy tale. But there is tension beneath the beauty. The Spanish royal household has been careful. Too careful. For months, speculation about Leonor's personal life has been met with silence. No confirmations, no denials. And so, the silence fuels the fire. The more the palace hides, the louder the whispers grow. Danish fans noticed the detail immediately. The way Leonor looked around with calm confidence. The way she acknowledged the crowd, not with the stiffness of a rehearsed princess, but with the warmth of someone who understands her role is more than ceremonial. She felt accessible, human. And that, perhaps, is her greatest strength. But here comes the first curiosity loop. If this visit was strictly diplomatic, why were so many members of the Danish royal family, especially Prince Christian, positioned so prominently at the welcoming? Why did fans connect her presence so strongly with him, even when no official statements tied them together? The answer lies in perception. And perception is power. The Danish people saw in Leonor not only a future queen of Spain, but possibly a queen who could connect two kingdoms. Two young heirs, raised in the spotlight, now seen together by chance or by design. And yet, the Spanish media spun it differently. Commentators argued Leonor's trip was a test. A test of how she would be received abroad, not just as the king's daughter, but as a leader in her own right. They painted her as a stateswoman, not a romantic heroine. But the fans saw both. A young woman burdened by responsibility, yet glowing with possibility. Copenhagen itself became the stage. Outside Amalienborg Palace, crowds formed larger than expected. Some carried signs with Leonor's name. Others chanted, mixing Spanish and Danish words of admiration. She had crossed a border, but she had also crossed into people's hearts. And yet again, curiosity builds. Was this reaction spontaneous, or was it orchestrated? Were fans truly overwhelmed, or were the optics carefully arranged to present Leonor as beloved, admired, even internationally adored? That's the brilliance of royalty. What you see is never the whole story. Behind palace walls, discussions were far more pragmatic. Spanish officials worried that Leonor's rising popularity abroad could overshadow the quiet, controlled image carefully curated at home. In Denmark, royal advisors debated how close Leonor and Christian should be seen in public. Too close, and rumors flare. Too distant, and opportunities vanish. But the people did not care about strategy. For them, the arrival was emotional. Parents lifted their children onto their shoulders to catch a glimpse of Leonor. Elderly fans waved with tears in their eyes, saying they had waited a lifetime to see this moment. Young women shouted her name, seeing in her a symbol of strength and modern femininity within an ancient tradition. Now ask yourself this: what is it about Leonor that moves people so deeply? Perhaps it is her story. A young princess raised in the shadow of her father, King Felipe VI, and her mother, Queen